looking for a fighter to support. You can do worse than Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Really a guy who's easy to root for and coming off some of the biggest wins of his career recently.
He is starting to get everything right. For as long as Jorge Masvidal has been in this game, he always had the feeling that there was still work to be done in order to truly reach his optimal form. I feel like now he's finally getting it. And people overlook the fighter's mentality of Jorge Masvidal. We talk about Kimbo Slice, the backyard fighter, but Jorge Masvidal was right next to him. Right. He was back there fighting just for the sake of fighting. And he has done that in the octagon, and now he's finally putting it all together as he tries to make his way to a UFC title fight.
Jorge Masvidal has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. Stars have aligned, and the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history is back tonight. The former two-division champion, Conor McGregor. As such, the celebs are out. Let's see what type of version of Conor McGregor shows up here tonight.
Usually when Conor McGregor shows up, it's usually his best version. He's a guy that takes a great amount of pride in preparing for the event. He says it's a fight every single time he sees his opponent, from the press conference to the weigh-ins to the stare down. He is ready to show his opponent his best self every time he's in their face. And not only does he do that in the build-up when he gets into the octagon, with all the ability that he possesses, he's able to do that same thing. That's why he's been so successful and has gone from the bottom to the top of the UFC in such a short time.
Truly one of the elite strikers in UFC history. Moves every needle you would like him to move. And as you said, his work ethic, his preparation truly is legendary. Let's see if he has put in the right work in advance of this showcase right here tonight. Conor McGregor has stepped inside the octagon. The notorious one is ready to fight. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. We find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, two of the biggest stars in the sport, Conor McGregor and Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. There was a time when UFC President Dana White was reluctant to put this fight together, but mass interest in the fight. As such, the matchup was made.
Well, everybody wants to see it. It's such a good fight. McGregor is so ready to try and solve the Gamebred problem. But in Jorge Masvidal, this is a guy that has drug himself up by the bootstraps to go from just a young kid in Miami to a star in mixed martial arts. He will not give anything to McGregor. This fight stylistically is great, but I also love the story of Masvidal versus McGregor. Let's get rolling.
Oh, that is a killer jab there from Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Big picture, might be the best boxer on this roster.
I mean, he may just be the best boxer on this roster. From Miami, Florida, Cuban heritage, a guy that personifies Miami, and he's putting on a Miami-type performance tonight. Flashy and beautiful. great job by Jorge.
Oh, he blasted the kick to the midsection right there. Got it right below that elbow guard. And on the other side, if you're the boxer, maybe need to lower that guard a little bit more.
Well, you're at kicking range and not boxing range. So as he's landing damage, the boxer can't reach him with the punches. It's beautiful, and it shows how hard they worked in building this game plan and this approach that has allowed for them to jump out in front. What a fun fight between two guys that only focus on offense.
Push kick there to the body. Man, DC, his hands look good. A lot of volume, a lot of accuracy tonight.
He's doing a great job being accurate, but he's also very fast. Look at the hand speed.
Right. So just over 20 strikes. Oh, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Big left hand there inside.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
We cross the midpoint in round one. Overhand left.
It's so clear that the guy that's going forward is the guy that's successful.
Right on the button. Masvidal's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ. Yeah.
Nice combination there by Conor. Pretty good job to find the striking range there, DC.
Conor is one of the best strikers in the UFC, and it's all because of the way that he manages space. He's a master manipulator in terms of managing the distance.
Big power shot there.
Great block there. Oh, he's wobbling now.
Oh! And now he lands a combination. Grips the body there. Offense is on the menu tonight. Back and forth we go. Keeping busy now, connecting with those punches. 90 seconds to go. All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. Right? He should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position, come in here and try to stop this fight.
Masvidal gets absolutely tagged by that stiff jab. Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back.
I mean, blood's in the water. You got to go get it. You got to go find the finish. You cannot let him off the hook like that, because now he will be motivated to try to go and hurt you as you hurt him.
30 seconds to go.
Great commitment to the kicking game.
McGregor's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Body kick is blocked. Round two straight ahead.
Stop.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is when you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight?
Round two, Conor McGregor
Ready
and
fight.
Jorge Gamebred Masvidal.
Good.
Oh, that's a big right hand there from Gamebred. Boxing fundamentals, certainly not an issue for this guy. Very tight.
He's as sound as they come, right? A lot of times you see a guy that comes from a street fighting background, and they wing everything. They try to knock everyone out with every strike. Masvidal does not do that. He takes his time, finds and picks his spots. That's why he's getting the finishes that he gets now.
Now Masvidal's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point. You wonder if that's impacting his breathing by now. Straight right, he misses.
Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Landed a solid punch there. Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of the stage. And both prepared. These are the types of fights that we expect.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of a lot of blood now, and yes, the doctor is going to be called in. The referee pauses the action. His nose is absolutely mangled.
It's smashed. He's done a great job of smashing that nose, pushing it back. You see the blood coming down the face into the mouth, but it should not affect him being able to see his opponent in front of him.
Doctor taking a close look here. Do you know your blood type, DC?
No, I absolutely don't. I wish I did, and I probably should. I am 43 years old. I should know what my blood type is.
All right, looks as though the action is going to continue, at least for now.
Lands a nice leg kick.
So the unofficial numbers thus far, 80 total strikes have landed for Conor McGregor. Well, a lot of connections, obviously, DC, and landing with 54% accuracy against Jorge Masvidal. And now Masvidal's cut is getting worse. The cut man chomping at the bit to get in there. He'll have to wait for the break between rounds if we get there. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, this is a man, Conor McGregor, who has pulled in any number of different directions, DC, but as you see here, in tremendous shape as usual, always puts in the time in training, despite all of the different demands on his time.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one, a little bit late.
He's hurt bad.
Masvidal's cut on his nose does not look good. Actually, it looks really bad. You got to think the ringside physician is going to get called in here in a moment. Just over 2 minutes to go in round two. The uppercut flails and misses. Back and forth we go. It takes two to tango, and man, have these two individuals tangoed tonight. I might run it back at some point, no matter how this one is.
It's one of those fights where when you look at these two and the damage on their faces, the work that they have both put in, you realize and you appreciate what these fighters do inside the octagon. They're both hurt. They're both beat up. And both of these guys have shown a tremendous amount of resilience to put themselves in position to win this fight.
Just out of range with the big right hand.
It's another one.
As effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch lands, and he's got him hurt very bad.
All right, so the ref is going to step in here, yes, and call on the doctor to look at that nose job. Might need one after this fight.
He might, because his face looks so different. He's unrecognizable from yesterday. The blood has really become a problem for him.
A lot of blood, but perhaps not of the fight-ending variety. The doctor talks to the referee here, and all right, he'll be allowed to continue, at least for now. Good sign.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so some pretty significant adversity here, but the fight is going to continue. The doctor has left, and the all right, so at this point, the ringside physician would be well within his right to stop the fight as the referee calls for it once again.
We get it. Toughness on full display, but this damage is too much. You got to stop the fight.
Got to stop the fight. Yes, and the doctor will do just that. I know the fans don't like it, but you got to tune out that noise if you are the doctor, the referee, and allow him to fight another day. Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Well, it was the Conor McGregor show tonight, and those who have suggested that maybe his best days are behind him, Exhibit A. A lot of fights still left.
It's always the Conor McGregor show. He is a massive star. Every time he goes to the octagon, it's an event. And Conor McGregor got the job done tonight, as he's done on so many occasions.